Provost Glover, trustees, family, faculty, staff, friends, good afternoon. Congratulations to the University of Florida class of 2025. Wow, 400 graduate students from all kinds of disciplines, addressing real-world challenges from engineering and health to space technology and learning innovation. From the O'Connell Center to the Rights Union, you have left your brilliant mark on this Gator Nation. To the 3,000 family members and friends, thank you for your love, your worries, and your late-night encouragements. To the faculty who challenged and shaped these scholars, thank you. Standing here before you, I share the same whirlwind of emotions, honor, humility, and I'm being perfectly honest, a touch of horror that I might disappoint you, confused with my New York accent, or simply mess up. And yes, Mom, I can hear your gentle criticism in my head. Slow down when you speak, stand up straight, smile. It's making me a little more self-conscious and perhaps a better prepared. But if I could calm that whirlwind of for a moment, I would begin with the sheer improbability of standing on this stage today. I was born 5,236 miles away, 100 degrees east and 5 degrees north, in a small town in Bosnia, then part of Yugoslavia. 8 generations of my family lived there, through the reigns of 2 empires and a monarchy. Apart from a brief detour for medical school, which felt like the Bosnian version of studying abroad, my fate seemed set. I would be the 9th generation of my family, rooted in our small town. Yet, in 1992, my country collapsed into a tragic civil war that shattered the lives of millions. I fled with my family to Turkey, where I completed medical residency and fellowship. In 1999, I arrived at the University of Florida to pursue research and training in critical care medicine and informatics. By 2005, I was tenure-track assistant professor, teaching, researching, healing. UF became my home and my launchpad, a community of mentors, peers, and trainees who shaped me as a physician and scientist. I consult my AI assistant, ChatGPT, who I affectionately named Algernon Funes after the character with a perfect memory from the story of my favorite author, Jorge Luis Borges. He considers the likelihood of me being here today as extremely low, given historical turmoil, geographic isolation, and of course, my New York accent. So what brought me here? Was it resilience, discipline, ambition, or perhaps just an uncanny ability to navigate the criticism, encouraging support from my parents? Class of 2025, these essential ingredients have shaped your remarkable journeys. Each of you carries your own geography of improbability. Some of you held down 2 jobs, left behind the familiar, or survived unspeakable loss. And some of you got here by sheer stubbornness, caffeine, and that one friend who wouldn't let you quit. Graduates, you are not strangers to the dark. You have burst through fire, and yet here you are, not in spite of those things, but with them, stitched into your story like a hidden thread of strength. As they sing in The Greatest Showman, you are brave, you are bruised, you are brilliant, you have arrived, class of 2025. My father used to say, the universe's spotlight is not on you, teaching me humility whenever I complained. Yet, it made hard to tell my story. So here it is for you today in 144 characters. A journey through a series of unfortunate events guarded by a magical shield of love and openness, bestowed upon me by God, the universe, and my fellow travelers. My improbable story includes many unexpected turns. Becoming a single mother on my 20th birthday, leaving my one-year-old son 200 miles away with my parents to finish medical school, fleeing war at 27 with one suitcase and a few $100s sewn into my coat, teaching myself Turkish backwards from English textbooks, arriving in Gainesville with 2 suitcases and 4-year-old daughter, starting over again, learning to drive for the first time at the age of 36. My AI assistant recalculates odds of me being here, adjusted now for war, single motherhood, and multiple relocations, as less than 1 in 10,000, approaching 0. Yet, here I am, defying odds and algorithms. The universe's spotlight may not be on us, yet its mysteries reside within each of us. As Anne Michaels writes in Health, perhaps the most important things we know cannot be proven. In the heart of each of us lies a precise yet immeasurable mystery, something numbered yet countless, existing in memory in our bodies, persisting even when forgotten, like love, bruises, forgiveness, and courage. Unmeasurable by binary code, the exquisite non-algorithmic quality of being human. Class of 2025. Like those mysteries, your journeys have been deeply personal, shaped by your contradictions. You have made decisions no one saw. You endured nights when no one was watching. You may not have sewn money into a coat, but you have carried your invisible burden. Yet you marched on, drowning out sharp words with resilience. Graduates, perfection is often revealed in those intentional errors that make you who you are. In stories you tell when no one seems to be listening. Stories told on battlefield, on life raft, on hospital wards at nights. As Michaels writes, the stories told to one who survives, who tells it to a child, who writes it down to be read by a woman in a country or time not her own. What we give cannot be taken from us. You are brave, you are bruised, you are who you are meant to be. You are glorious, class of 2025. What carried me through these storms was not logic or just luck. It was love. The kind Anne Michaels describes, the deliberate error in fisherman's sweater set intentionally to prove love's perfection. Love shown by my family, who taught me how to give your life and give up your life, who loved me with unconditional generosity even when they had nothing left. Love that insists that you are destined for greatness. Love extended by friends, colleagues, and trainees who taught me how to measure friendship in extremity, those who stayed when there was no map and no promise of return. Love that remains a shelter when all the walls collapse. Love for my children and my husband, who forgave my absences, many birthdays and field days skipped, moments spent tending to others' pain, chasing answer, or simply holding it all together. Love that does not ask for perfection, a deliberate error that proves the sweater was made for you. My entire life, I was given the precious gift of being loved as I was, by God, the universe, and fellow travelers. It allowed me to embrace my broken parts, to transform them into strengths. Class of 2025, you too have been loved, fearlessly, imperfectly, exactly as you are. And in that love, you have learned how to love others, with compassion, with grace, with the courage shaped by uncertainty. Carry that love forward. Let it be your strength, your signature, your error, your proof. Let it mark you not as flawless, but as fully, gloriously human. Graduates, in a future filled with promise of artificial intelligence, let your love remain the one code that cannot be written, non-algorithmic, imperfect, and luminous. Let it become the story someone else will one day tell, perhaps when they need it the most. You are brave, you are bruised, you are loved as you are. You are glorious, class of 2025. If love was the first thread in my shield, openness was the stitch that kept it from unraveling. The courage to embrace life as it unfolds in the presence of overwhelming fear and uncertainty. Radical openness to experiences, ideas, and people. Openness is what allowed me to cross borders, form friendships in new countries, learn languages backwards, and reinvent myself repeatedly in unfamiliar places. In 2010, it led me to write my first independent grant, despite strong discouragement from my advisors, as I pursued a bold yet unconventional idea at the time, to use machine learning to study surgical patient experience. Because sometimes we don't understand something, we instead know it. Class of 2025. Over the last years, you have opened yourself to new ideas and perspectives, questioning everything you thought you knew, following research down unexpected paths, and learning that the best discoveries often come from the most uncomfortable questions. In these liminal places where openness meets uncertainty, you discovered not just answers, but the precise mysteries that make you human. Graduates, as you step forward into your lives and careers, remember that radical openness is your extraordinary strength. It is your bridge to empathy, your path to meaningful collaboration, and your catalyst for growth. Hold tight to it. Let it be the second thread in your magical shield, guiding you to become who you were always meant to be. You are brave, you are bruised, you are becoming, class of 2025. Class of 2025. At the threshold of a future shaped by uncertainty, artificial intelligence, and the changing world, your generation carries an extraordinary responsibility. You will define what it means to be human in an era dominated by the promise of machines. In a world where machines think faster than you and algorithms outperform, your humanity is not the flaw, it is the feature. AI may replicate your efficiency, even your creativity, but never the precise, immeasurable mysteries that live within each of you. Your greatest power is your radical openness, your courage to love, to embrace your scars, and to carry the unbearable lightness of your human existence, to tell stories no algorithm can remember. Graduates, the work ahead is not to become more like a machines, but to become more deeply, courageously, gloriously human. Today, I bestow upon you my magical shield of love and openness, a gift from my journey to yours. Carry it forward with courage, tenderness, and joy as you shape our shared future. Carry it into the hospital wards, the courtroom, the classroom, the studio. Carry it into the world we have been waiting for you to shape. You are brave, you are bruised, you are exactly who you are meant to be. Congratulations, doctoral class of 2025. You are glorious.